Hello, my name is John Evans. I'm serving in my fourth term as mayor of the city of Garden City. You've heard from me before during this training. In my final segment here, I just want to very much encourage you to support your building official. That person is your subject matter expert. That person can provide the consistent application of the code that is necessary to serve your community and limit your liability. There are resources beyond your building official if you think you need to look further or check something out. Certainly the Association of Idaho Cities is one of those resources. And of course, the Division of Occupational Professional Licensing is another resource. Thank you for listening to this training. I encourage you, again, support your paid professional staff. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Charlie Allen. I'm the building official for the City of Ammon, and I'm also a member of the Idaho Association of Building Officials Board of Directors. I also serve on the Snake River Chapter Presidency and am a member of the Idaho Energy Code Collaborative. In addition, I've been selected by ICC, the International Code Council, as to participate in the Energy Code Consensus Committee for the development of the new energy standard. With that said, I would like to speak today about building official certifications and resources to help us. First of all, it would be important to know that building inspectors are required to hold a valid certification as a building inspector or a building plans examiner issued by the International Code Council, and that's per the State of Idaho Building Code Act, which is Title 39-4108. And that statute was made effective way back in July of 2002. There are a couple of exceptions to note to that requirement. First, the building inspector with a valid residential building inspector certification can only inspect residential buildings. The second is that a jurisdiction may hire an inspector without a valid ICC certification, but that inspector must obtain the valid ICC certification within 6 months of his hire date. And that inspector can only work under the supervision of a certified building inspector or certified plans examiner until the certification is obtained. There are many other certifications that can be obtained to show competency in the various building disciplines. In addition to the building inspector certifications, there are plan review, plans examiner, commercial and residential building certifications for energy code, and plans examiner for energy code certifications. There's plumbing, mechanical, electrical certifications, and also a permit technician certification. And there's many more that are available, but those are some of the main ones that would be desirable. And those cities that have their own electrical and plumbing inspector programs must also hire inspectors that are journeymen in those fields. So a journeyman electrical contractor can be hired as an inspector, and same with plumbing, but they have to maintain that journeyman license status during the time that they are inspectors. And that provides a very high order of compliance with codes since they know the codes so well. Continuing education is required for all inspectors, and those are provided by certified training instructors and what we call preferred providers. They are approved through the International Code Council. And there are numerous trainings online through our Education Institute at the state and local chapter levels throughout Idaho. And we have 5 different local chapters that are regional chapters throughout the state that can offer trainings. Continuing education units are awarded for each hour of training and are turned in for certification renewal, which occurs every 3 years, which requires inspectors to continue the education process and keep up with the codes. The second part of my presentation would be resources to help the building inspectors and the building officials in their requirements and in their jobs. And there are many available. Once again, the state organization of Idaho Association of Building Officials, provides an annual training education institute where those CEUs can be obtained easily. And then there are also local trainings at those 5 chapters throughout the state, in addition to online credits and CEUs from the International Code Council itself. And that website is iccsafe.org. There are also code opinions that you can get from the International Code Council. They will help you to verify if your interpretation is correct, or they'll give you their interpretation. There's annual International Code Council trainings at the national level and annual business meetings. And of course, building officials can also attend the code change hearings, which are very educational. There's also help with energy codes through the Idaho Energy Code Circuit Rider Program. And then, of course, our very own AIC provides opportunities for to give us help and have resources available to us. So with that, I thank you for this opportunity and hope you will not hesitate to contact your local building official if you do have questions that come up in your jurisdictions. Thank you.
Hey everyone, my name is Adam Richens. I'm the Chief Operating Officer at Idaho Power. And why is energy use important to us at Idaho Power? Because we're committed to doing the right thing wherever we do business. And building codes that promote energy efficiency help our customers use energy wisely and save money over the life of the building. And that's true both for homes and commercial buildings. And building codes also protect our customers' investments. When customers buy homes or commercial buildings, they can be confident those buildings were built to a minimum standard of safety and energy efficiency. So here are some of the ways that Idaho Power promotes safe, energy efficient construction. One of the things we do is we sponsor energy code trainings that help architects and builders meet energy code requirements, and we think to do it cost effectively. We offer trainings for customers to learn about energy efficiency technologies and techniques and other topics. We offer incentives to help customers cover the cost of energy efficiency upgrades. These upgrades save customers money and energy for the life of the building. We also offer professional assistance to architects and engineers to help business owners take advantage of our energy efficiency incentives. We have a group of energy advisors and engineers that are available to help customers use energy wisely. And we also partner with the University of Idaho's Integrated Design Lab to offer free resources. They include the Energy Resource Library. They include the Building Simulation User's Guide and foundational services to help guide our business customers and design professionals through the process of designing and installing efficient equipment.
name is Heidi Varney. I am the permit coordinator for the city of Post Falls. It's really important in our office that all of our staff are trained across the board on the same thing, so that when customers come in or call us on the phone, or if my inspectors are out in the field, we are all giving them the same information. Many of our surrounding jurisdictions, we meet together to ensure that we're all on the same page with requirements for code compliance. The entire county then benefits from this. No one's getting information from the city of Post Falls and getting different information in the city of Coeur d'Alene. Across the board, we are all on the same page. On-site resources available to our contractors, first-time home builders. We found that flyers tend to be the most productive. Something that is one sheet, simple and concise, and easy to understand no matter who it's in front of. If there is a conflict on site, our inspectors will give the information they have on hand to the appropriate party there at the job site. And they come in and let myself and our building official know, so that if a phone call is received or someone comes into the counter, we're all on the same page with all of the information. And we are able to handle that internally as quickly and efficiently as possible. If for whatever reason the conflict is not resolved internally, we generally give Dave Freelove the opportunity to speak with these people, to give them a little more maybe explanation that we can't even provide, so that they have yet another expert resource to go to.
Hi, my name is Lars Hansen. I'm the president of Brighton Homes in Boise, Idaho, part of the Brighton Corporation group of companies. And I'm happy to take some time to talk with you today about some of the things that have worked well for us in working with the various cities in which we operate with respect to code enforcement and understanding what the goals and objectives are of the cities specifically. And I think for us, we've seen our greatest success in all the work that we do when we approach it with a collaborative spirit, knowing that there are many stakeholders that are involved in what we do. And in this case, in building, it's the cities, it's the individual builders and developers, and it's also the public and their interests that we keep in mind. And the collaborative approach to development and home building is essential. And we've seen where cities are most effective is when they take that approach in communicating with builders and developers in a variety of ways, such as creating newsletters or Zoom calls and advisory boards, where they find the builders that are really active in the market and get their buy-in into codes. Those builders then can be leaders in their industry and create an example for other builders to follow. And getting that buy-in early in the code adoption process is really important to it working well. The other thing I would say that I see a lot of success in is when mayors and their city council are aware of the staff's their workloads, their needs in supporting these codes and initiatives, and support the staff in finding solutions for developers and builders during the initial process of code adoption to have successful outcomes, and also to be able to adapt the code to unique circumstances. I think that the more that the staff feels like they have your support, the more free they are to work with builders and developers to find creative solutions. And with that kind of relationship, you gain a lot of trust on all sides and ultimately get greater support in creating the vision that you have for your cities.
Hello, my name is Johanna Bell. Thank you for making the investment to learn more about the Idaho building codes, including the Idaho Energy Conservation Codes. To recap, these 4 modules have provided examples of how building codes are made more effective through the efforts of a single national organization called the International Code Council, with provisions for regional differences within the United States. These building codes stem from decades of building science study, much of which originated in the Pacific Northwest. The incentives to implement energy cost savings for commercial and residential buildings have paved the way for statewide energy conservation codes here in Idaho starting in 2002. But these incentives do remain with us today due to the fact that achieving energy efficiency is the least expensive means of supplying energy supplies to growing economies. Those invited to share their thoughts and insights on building codes over these 4 modules have shared how building codes provide an important consumer protection tool, that having standards for structural and mechanical integrity boosts consumer confidence and reduces insurance rates, that the Idaho Building Code guarantees our buildings are built to the minimum efficiency standards, which saves money, protects investments. These codes also address new technologies, which further improves community safety and owners' abilities to save money through reduced energy costs. We also heard directly from those engaged with the review, amending, and adoption of the Idaho Building Codes. The Idaho Building Code board members and elected officials shared their suggestions as to how to more effectively engage in the process through understanding the roles of the Idaho Building Code Board, the Idaho Division of Occupational and Professional Licensing, and the Idaho State Legislature. We also heard how short-term interests and long-term interests are often both taken into consideration, and how to be better prepared when planning to provide testimony to legislative committees. Development oversight during times of growth is a vital service of elected officials for local communities. As Jason pointed out, the built environment is one of the greatest community assets for local governments. Thank you and congratulations for making it through all 4 of these training modules. Your community and staff appreciate you and your efforts to become better informed. Please remember to complete the feedback forms for each of these modules. We appreciate your time and your service to our communities throughout Idaho and look forward to hearing from you.